That is Ever Gone by multi-platinum singer-songwriter Christina Perri. It's the first single from her brand new record titled A Lighter Shade of Blue, her first original studio album in 8 years and her most personal one yet. And we are so thrilled to have her with us now. Welcome, Christina. It's good to see you.
Hi.
Listen, so this album follows your healing journey after the loss of your daughter Rosie, and I just have to imagine that that is a very difficult thing to share, something that's so close to you. How are you feeling about that now?
Honestly, I had no idea what a giant healing piece it would be. Like I had done so much therapy and so much healing, and I even just making music was healing for me, but actually releasing it to the world feels like the piece of the puzzle that was missing, because now everyone's talking about her, and I mean, there's something really special about finally sharing that and also having the conversation with people, and it opened it up, especially online, to have a million conversations. So really it saved me putting out this album, and it was just a huge part of all of our healing, me, Paul, and Carmela, everybody.
Yeah, and saving a lot of other people too. But I feel like I think a lot of people shut down when they're dealing with pain. So was that hard for you to continue, like, with the motivation and continue writing, or was the only way you knew how to process this?
Well, the truth is, I had finished the album. I had 13 songs finished, ready to go on A Lighter Shade of Blue in the fall of 2020. And we lost Rosie in November. So I was mixing the album, and I thought it was already finished. And the only thing missing from this album was Ever Gone. I didn't have a song for Rosie. So between November and maybe the spring of the next year, I did, I took the time to heal with my family, and I didn't, even think about working, because I truly couldn't imagine being that person ever again. I had to figure out how to be, who I was and who I'd become having lost her. And the writing of a song was, for me, the healing, because that's sort of what I do. I get a tattoo, I write a song, I go to therapy. These are my
process.
things. And so, like, writing Ever Gone was really healing for me. But then all of a sudden, when we decided to put that out first, I sort of wrapped my head around, oh, okay, I can come back and I can talk about it, but I needed to do a lot of work to be able to talk about it. So I remember there was a time where it felt wrong to talk about it, and then it felt, like too right, and people didn't want to talk. It was very kind of odd. It was a process, and I feel like I got so right with sort of the story and all the things I did that I would be ready to talk to anybody about it, and then that has opened the conversation. It made other people feel more comfortable to talk about it too.
Yeah, I mean, not only are you healing people through music, but you're also calling for new blood tests for pregnant people. So tell us a little bit about that, because that was part of why you lost her in the first place.
Yeah, so I'm so happy to finally talk about this, because I've been doing research for a year and a half. And I wanted to certainly make sure that I had, all my ducks in a row before kind of bringing awareness to this. But when we found out that I had lost Rosie, and then my previous pregnancy to blood clot, I was confused why I didn't have the test.
Right.
And I'm also like,
and why they didn't bring it up.
And I care very much about my health, and I read all the blogs and all the things and the books, and and I had no idea that was a thing. And so the fact that my OB said to me, like, oh, I'm going to test you for this because I have a hunch, like, it wasn't even like the point at which they would have tested me. I would have had to have one more loss.
Strange.
Which, after both those losses blew through my family, I realized how much it affects everyone and how unfair that is if we could change it. And then I realized women's health has been progressing over the past 100 years. Like, at some point, they added in the gestational diabetes test for everyone at 26 weeks. So I was like, I was on a treadmill, and I was like Erin Brockovich, and I was like, okay, I was like, what do I need to do? Who do I need to talk to? And then I was really quiet about it, because I really wanted to do it correctly. And then now I'm finally happy to share that, for now it has to be women asking for it, because it's taking a really long time to change the protocol. But I won't stop. I have absolutely nothing to lose. I'm gonna push for this, as long as I can, in Rosie's honor. But until then, I've told all my pregnant friends, everyone who knows someone who wants to get pregnant, just in case, just to check.
Well, on a lighter note, we were at the Bowery Ballroom last night for a show. You're going to be in Philly tomorrow, and this is the first first time that Carmela got to see you perform live, right? What was it like sharing that with her?
Oh my gosh, I was so excited. And it's funny because, like, I mean, I brought her to a club, you know, it was like nighttime, and everyone's like, really, you're bringing Carmela? And I'm like, I think she can handle it. Like, she's been...
You brought a baby in a bar.
I know, but she's out with Paul, and I put her up, on the balcony, but she was like, she loves singing. She knows every word to all the songs already. I was like, I have a feeling Carmela's going to think it's really cool.
Yes.
And then to see her singing along with me, like, Paul was like gushing the whole night. She kept giving thumbs up after every song from the balcony.
How cute is that?
And I think it was really cool to finally see her see me and what I do.
Yes, for sure.
And be up there. It was magical.
Yeah, and we'll see her singing something next because Paul's musical too, right?
Yeah. Carmela has a really beautiful singing voice.
Okay, I'm going to see you guys together singing then. All right, well, Christina's album, A Later Shade of Blue, is out everywhere now, so be sure to check it out. It's so great. I was listening to it all morning. I love it, and it's so good to see you.
Thank you.